6:30 till 7:30, and there will be prasadam for everybody else at the end of the day. It will be a takeout. So please feel free to take one of the mats, sit down in front, or for those who have a difficulty in sitting down, feel free to use one of the chairs. I'll hand it over for a quick introduction for today's special speaker.
Hare Krishna. So I'm going to do a very brief introduction of the speaker, inviting you to come closer here so that if others come at the end, later on, etc., they can also find a spot to sit comfortably. If you're comfortable where you are, that's also fine. My name is Mahabhagwat Das. I've been a member of this ISKCON Toronto congregation for more than 20 years. And today it's my pleasure to introduce to you our two speakers actually. Today's class is being given by one of our speakers, and there are about half of the classes will be given by our other speaker who is sitting on the chair there. So I'm going to introduce them briefly today. Both of them have been practicing Krishna consciousness for nearly 6 decades, okay? Nearly 60 years they've been practicing Krishna consciousness, steadily, sincerely, and they've been doing lots of different services. So they've done deity worship, they've done cooking, they have done book distribution, they have done kirtans out there, and they are here in Toronto for the next 1 week. So there are a series of programs, and the program schedule has been put on the ISKCON Toronto WhatsApp groups, and will be put again a couple more times. Okay, so today is the first of these events. They just arrived from Ottawa just this afternoon, and they've come here right for this program. So our two speakers are His Grace Shriman Sankarashan Das Adhikari and Her Grace Mother Vishnupriya. And both of them have been traveling and preaching together for over 40 years. Okay? So Sankarashan Prabhu is a disciple of Srila Prabhupada. He was a singer-songwriter in the hippie era in the 1960s in America, one of the disillusioned youth. And he was trying to spark off, trying to figure out what is the purpose of life, what is the meaning of life, why things have to happen, why somebody has to do everything that they do just to only die at the end of it all. And nobody could answer his questions except when he met the followers of His Divine Grace Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. And then he dove wholeheartedly into this process, and he received an instruction from his spiritual master to always be enthusiastic. So even though he's almost 78 years old, he's as enthusiastic as a 16-year-old boy. And I experienced that enthusiasm on the drive down here. Okay, so I welcome you to come, listen very carefully, and ask your questions. Our other speaker here, Mother Vishnupriya, also has started her Krishna consciousness journey in her school years. Okay, she's also in a similar age range as Srila Gurudev, and they've been practicing very sincerely, and they guide thousands of people around the world. There's an e-course, you can join it right now. Open out your phones, everyone, if you're not already on this, and take down this URL into your browser right now. www.joincourse.com, joincourse.com, joincourse.com, and put in your email address, and you can be subscribed. I've been on this course since 2004, and it has completely changed my life. Okay, so without further ado, if you have any further questions, you can come and ask us. There are lots of books, there's lots of materials out there, but ultimately their focus is how to help us to apply the instructions of His Divine Grace Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada to our lives. Today's class will be on the Bhagavad Gita as it is, and we'll be focusing on one particular verse of the Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 11, text 44. 1144, Bhagavad Gita 1144. So if you have your phones, you can use your phones. If you have copies of your Bhagavad Gita, you can open your Bhagavad Gita to that particular copy. After this program is done, there will be some simple prasadam served. So you're welcome to take more elaborate prasadam at the Govindas, but we'll also serve some simple prasadam. Devotees are down in the kitchen cooking right now. Okay? So let us welcome both His Grace Sankarashan Prabhu and Her Grace Vishnupriya Mataji with a very loud Hare Krishna. Can we say 1, 2, 3? Hare Krishna. A little bit louder than that. Hare Krishna. Okay, let one full Mahamantra. 1, 2, 3. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Welcome to ISKCON Toronto, the home of Sri Radha Kirchur Gopinath.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jasoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Jasoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jasoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Jasoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. So, thank you very much for coming here tonight to hear some discourse on Srimad Bhagavad Gita. This is not ordinary knowledge. This is the knowledge that will deliver us from all the sufferings of material existence. Therefore, please hear very carefully and take it in your ears, deep, deep, deep within your heart, to root out all the ignorance which has been covering your consciousness for millions and millions of lifetimes. In other words, by hearing this, submissively hearing these words from Lord Sri Krishna, you can become a fully enlightened spiritual being, completely liberated from all the miseries of material existence. That's worth listening to. It's not after making money that you're getting beyond the world of money, getting to back the transcendental dimension where there's no birth, no disease, no sickness, no old age, a life of ever-increasing thrills at every minute. So tonight we're reading from chapter 11, text number 44. Invoke auspiciousness. Please repeat after me with great feeling. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Tasmat pranamya pranithaya kayam. Prasannade tamaham ishamiryam. Pratyeva putrash sakeva sakyo. Priya priya hayar hasideva sodhum. Tasmat pranamya pranithaya kayam. Prasandaye tvam maham isham ijam. Tajeva putrasya sakeva sakyu. Priya priya hayar hasideva srodhum. Tasmat pranamya pranidaya kayam. Prasandaye tvam maham isham ijam. Pajeva putrash sakesha sakyu. Priya priya har hasideva sodhum. Translation and purport by our beloved founder Acharya, His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada. You are the Supreme Lord, to be worshipped by every living being. Thus I fall down to offer you my respectful obeisances and ask for your mercy. As a father tolerates the impudence of his son, a friend the impertinence of a friend, or a husband the familiarity of his wife, please tolerate the wrongs I may have done you. Purport. Krishna's devotees relate to Krishna in various relationships. One might treat Krishna as a son, or one might treat Krishna as a husband, or as a friend, or as a master. Krishna and Arjuna related in friendship, as the father tolerates, or the husband or master tolerates, so Krishna tolerates. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Jata Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Shcha Shri Rupam Sagradatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Ladita Shri Vishakanvitam Shcha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedantam Svamaniti Namine Namaste Sarasvate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschadnadeshatarine. Think about it, this is really amazing. 5,000 years ago, these words were spoken by Sri Arjuna in India in a place called Kurukshetra. It's still there in India. You can go check it out. The place where these words were spoken 5,000 years ago. So this is not mythology. This is history. Try to understand. This is not Hindu mythology. Do I look like a Hindu? No. This is not Hindu mythology. This is the science of God. This is actual history. Can you imagine that it's exactly recorded, exactly syllable for syllable? The exact words that Arjuna spoke 5,000 years ago. So the point is this, my dear ladies and gentlemen. By tuning very intensely into these words, it's as good as going back in time 5,000 years ago and actually being there when Krishna and Arjuna were having this famous conversation. In other words, this Bhagavad Gita is like a time machine. If you actually take it submissively, deep, deep, deep within your heart, you're carried back 5,000 years ago to the Kurukshetra field where it was actually being spoken. So try to, don't tie yourself down to Toronto, okay? Don't tie yourself down to... You can have an out-of-body experience, actually, if you really tune into this stuff. Your body will still be here in Toronto, but let your actual soul go back to where these words are spoken 5,000 years ago. And the real thing is try to understand the meaning. These words have meaning, it's just not some fancy... Of course, it is beautiful poetry. Can you imagine the culture 5,000 years ago? You could talk with somebody in perfectly rhyming Sanskrit poetry. Just try to talk with your friend and try English poetry, you know. Just try talking in poetry, perfectly rhyming in perfect meter. Just have a conversation with a friend in perfect poetry. We can't do it, you see. We can't do them. The poets who write cool poetry, they have to struggle like anything, you see. And with great struggle and endeavor, they can put out a piece of poetry. But imagine just off the top of your head to be speaking poetry. Wow, talk about a culture. Wow. So try to understand a very, 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 very elevated culture. So let's look at the meaning here. It's so wonderfully expressed by Arjuna to Krishna. So wonderfully. Tasmat pranamya pranidhaya kayam prastadnaye tvam maham isham idyam patyeva putrasya sakeva sakyu priya priya har hasedeva shodhum. Arjuna is feeling that, you know, I treated you like we're buddies. You know, I'm treating you as a friend, you know, we joking around, little impudence, you know. It's natural in friendship, there's some, you know, you're so familiar sometimes, you know, some disrespect was there in your friendship. So he's feeling really scared that actually you're actually the Supreme Lord Himself. What have I done treating you like my buddy? Like we're equal, you see. Actually, we're not at all equal. You're the Supreme Personality of God and you're eternal servant. I'm treating you like my friend. Well, how many offenses I made? So he was worried about that. So he's asking, please tolerate all the offenses I made, you see. I really like this idea of seeing Krishna as the friend. Of course, there are different relationships: neutrality, servitude, paternity, paternity, and conjugal. 5 different rasas. And 7 secondary rasas also. laughter, astonishment, chivalry, compassion, dread, anger, and ghastliness. There's all kinds of relationships you can have with Krishna. But you know what? Even though we're not in the relationship like Arjuna was as in friendship, maybe not. We could be in our original liberated position. But here, we also know that Krishna is our best friend. In the second chapter, Krishna clearly says, Bhoktaram dagatapasam sarvaloka saheshmradam suhridam sarvabhutanam gyatvam sarvabhishtati. One who knows me is the enjoyer of everything, the owner of everything, and the most intimate, well-wishing friend of all living entities. He can have peace, you see. Did you know that you have your best friend with you at every minute, in all situations? Did you know that actually Krishna is your best friend? Suhrit in Sanskrit. Suhrit. The most intimate, well-wishing friend. He's with you at every minute right now. Not only the temple, at your home, and the commute, at work, in school, you know, wherever you are, on the train or the airplane or the bus or the car and traffic jam, in every situation, Krishna is with you as your most intimate, well-wishing friend. Did you know that? Krishna is with you. You never bereft of Krishna Sanga. That's something really special to think about it, you see. I mean, Krishna, the one who knows everything, the one who controls everything, the one who's the well-wishing friend of everything entity, is actually sitting with me at every minute. I'm never away from him, not even for a nanosecond. Wow. That's incredible stuff. I'm never alone. I'm never alone in any situation. That person knows everything, controls everything, and owes everything. Wow. The ultimate big shot. I have nothing to worry about. Actually, I have nothing to worry about as long as I can stay connected with my friend. If I'm not connecting with him, it's like a ship without a rudder, you know, lost in the ocean. But if I stay connected with him, then there's never any anxiety in any situation. He controls everything, at every minute. Everything, Ishvara Parama Krishnaha. Krishna is the supreme controller, Satyananda Vigraha. He has an eternal formula of bliss and knowledge. Anadir, he has no origin. Adir is the origin of all. And Sarva Karana Karanam, he's the best friend of all living beings. He's the cause of all causes, Sarva Karanam. So, what we're asking you here in this Krishna consciousness movement on the order of our beloved founder Acharya's divine grace, Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. We're asking everybody, don't cheat yourself. Don't be an idiot to cheat yourself. Get reconnected. Plug back in, you see. Plug back into the source of all existence, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And you have no anxieties, no difficulties, you see. We have one difficulty and one difficulty only. We're not connecting with Krishna. That's the problem. So the bona fide spiritual master, he teaches us the art of how to connect with Krishna and stay connected 24/7. You understand this point? You need to get connected and stay connected. And then there's no problem. We have one problem and one problem only. We're not connected. That makes life very, very difficult. We say in Spanish, here you have French as a second language. In Texas, we have Spanish as a second language. Muy, muy difícil. Very, very, very difficult. When you don't connect with Krishna. So here in this temple, this is not just a place to come and, you know, I mean, we are coming. What's the purpose? What is the purpose of this temple? The purpose of this temple is to help you connect with Krishna. By the darshan, by the kirtan, by the prasad, by rendering the services. This is a place to help you plug in. You see? Just like they have these electric charge stations now, that's a place you can charge your batteries, spiritual batteries, plug in, you see. So how do you really get the full charge? You got to hear submissively, you see. If you let it go in one ear and out the other, yeah, I've heard it a million times, then you're not going to get much potency. But if you actually take it into your ears and go deep, deep, deep within your heart, then you can get, wow, I'm really connected now. I'm really getting surcharged with spiritual potency. Ki chai, you see. So it's up to you, my ladies and gentlemen. Do you want to bliss out or you want to be miserable? Do you want to be miserable or you want to be blissful 24/7? It's your choice. You can be ecstatic. You can be dancing in ecstasy within your heart 24/7, or you can be up and down, and elation, depression, elation, depression, elation, depression, elation, depression. These great acharyas are giving us great, great blessings. Our beloved Srila Prabhupada's Guru Maharaj's Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, his spiritual master Gorkashore Das Babaji, his spiritual master Bhaktivinoda Thakur. This knowledge is coming down from a line of acharyas. It's not somebody made up this stuff. It's not concocted. This is authorized knowledge. Krishna revealed it to Brahmaji, who revealed it to Naradaji, who revealed it to Vyasadeva. It's come, Madhvacharya, it's come down, down, down through the ages from the sages. If someone adds or subtracts, they're out, you see. Just like some letter, someone wrote you a letter and the postman opens the letter and changes it, you're going to get fired, you see. The bona fide postman gives you exactly as it was written. So the bona fide spiritual master gives you exactly as it was given by Krishna to Babaji, you see. So, Bhaktivinoda Thakur is one of the great acharyas online. He's a very, very wonderful bhajan. I love this bhajan. He gives the whole science of bhakti in a nutshell. Gai Goramadhushvade, Gai Goramadhushvade, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Gai Goramadhushvade. Lord Chaitanya is singing in a very sweet voice. Can you imagine how sweet Lord Chaitanya is? He's Krishna himself will appear. Just imagine to hear his singing. And then Bhaktivinoda sings like this. Grihe tako vane tako, Sandahadi bole dako, Sukhe duke bolo nako, Vadane hani nam koro re gai, Goramadhushvade. Translation from Ben. How many speak Bengali here? Any Bengali? Here's one Bengali. All right, Bengali bolo ki jai. So I'll try to translate it in English. I'm not an expert. Grihi tako, whether you're one of those grahastas living in a high-rise apartment in North Toronto, Grihe, or tako, one of those sadhus living out in the forest somewhere, eating roots and berries from the trees. Grihi tako, sadahari, loudly chant the name, but the Grihi tako, vane tako. Loudly chant the name of Krishna. And then he said, Suke duke bula vanane harinam koro re. Whether you're ecstatic, dancing in ecstasy, or miserable as hell, sadahari bole dako, fill your lips with, what is it? It was Suke duke bula vanane harinam koro re. Just fill your lips with the holy name. Fill your lips with the holy name. Isn't that something? Fill your lips with the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Whether you're ecstatic, whether you're miserable, just keep on going. Keep it going. Keep it going. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. And he continues, he said, Maya jale badahoye achomiche kajulage. Now you're trapped in the, now you're caught up in the network of Maya, and you're forced to toil fruitlessly. You're struggling on anything, captured by the material nature. You're working like a donkey. A little carrot, you know. You're working all day to get a carrot, carrying a big, huge, the dough he puts, loads them up with a huge bundle of laundry, from the village down to the river, right? A huge stack of laundry, that little beast, struggling, but the carrot is there. But the grass is growing on the side of the road, you see. So we're, in this way, we're struggling. What is that? Job? G-O-B, just over broke. Job. And then he said, what is that? Ekono Chaitanya Bedi Radhamana Bolore. Now you've achieved this human form, just chant Radha Madhava. What did we just do before the class? Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. So we follow Bhaktivinoda's advice to chant Radha Madhava, you see. And then the last verse, this is when I really get into. You see, Jivana Haila says, Nabajile Rishikesh. Even though you achieved this human form, Nabajile Rishikesh, I have not served the Lord of the senses, Rishikesh. Instead of serving him, I serve my senses. My tongue, my belly, my genitals, that's what I ended up serving. What did it get me? A damn rotting body on the verge of death. That's where it got me, you see. And then, this is the best of them all. Bhaktivinoda Upadesh Ekbar Namar Sattva. Bhaktivinoda Upadesh Ekbar Namar Sattva. Bhaktivinoda advises just once, well, the nectar of the name. We say to chant 16 rounds of japa mala, many repetitions of Krishna's name. He's saying just once. Because if you can actually relish the name once, you won't stop. You won't. If you can realize it even once, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. You'll be so addicted you won't want to stop. You'll be like a heroin addict, you know, a Hare Krishna addict. You can't. You got to keep getting another fix. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. And this Bhaktivinoda Thakur has advised us how to get out of the clutches of Maya and not being forced to toil fruitlessly any longer. You can actually take whatever you're doing, my ladies and gentlemen, and you can offer to Krishna, your job, your education, whatever you're doing. Krishna says, Yad kadoshi yajasnati dadanosi dadatya. Whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you give away, do that as an offering unto me. So we teach you the science of bhakti yoga, how you can do whatever you're doing. Raising your kids, going to school, developing a business, whatever you're into, you can offer all of it to Krishna, become the perfect yogi. In a state of trance, 24 hours a day, even at your job. Wow, can you imagine? A state of ecstatic trance, even during your job. Can you imagine that? This is powerful stuff. You can be more elevated than those yogis in the Himalayas who are levitating in the snow and ice. You can be a higher level than them by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, bhakti with love. So don't chant mechanically. This is your offering of love to Krishna. Krishna has given you everything. Your very existence He's given to you. You exist not because Mama didn't want to have a baby. You exist because Krishna is emanating from Himself because He wants to enjoy an intimate, loving relationship with you. He wants you to have loving relationship with Him. That's why you exist as a spiritual being. So let's get back to being who we actually are. Why are we cheating ourselves? I'm a male, I'm a female, I'm Indian, I'm Gujarati, I'm this, I'm that, I'm a Texan, whatever it may be. We have to stop cheating ourselves. Would you like to cheat yourself? Who wants to cheat themselves? Nobody wants to cheat themselves, but yet we're cheating ourselves like anything. Isn't that stupid? In Spanish again, stupidísimo. Very stupid. There's the nice English word, asinine. I love the word asinine because it's like an ass. They didn't I don't know if it may made that connection, but it actually we can, as devotees, we can say asinine means like an ass. Don't be an asinine, ass-like fool working for nothing except for rotting. I remember when I was a college kid, I was raised on the American dream, back in the 50s and 60s, the American dream. Yeah, kid, study hard, make good grades in a good school, get a good degree, get a good job, get a nice house in suburbia with 2-car garage and beautiful wife and some boring little kids. And what do you get? A nice coffin. I said, no thanks. All my buddies in the dorm, they're all mothers. I'm going to major in this. I'm going to be a lawyer. I'm going to be this and that. They all found out what their major, not me. I want to know what's the purpose of this life. I don't care about a damn major. I want to know why I exist. And none of the professors can teach me. Not one of them had even a clue why we exist. So, but luckily, I went out of the college circuit and looked for a spiritual master who could enlighten me. I get cheated by a few Mayavadis who said, I'm God, you're God, we're all God. Just come out of high and be God once again. Didn't work. I tried it. But then one night in December of '68, a friend of mine, he said, chant this. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. My whole life turned around. Completely turned around and brought me gradually to the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada. So my dear ladies and gentlemen, please understand you need a spiritual master. You can't do this on your own. You have to have a guru. That's what Krishna says. Tadvadi pranipatena paripashnena sevaya upadekshnate jnanam jnanina tvadarshinaha. Just try to learn the truth by approaching the spiritual master, inquire from him, submissively render service unto him. The self-realized souls can impart knowledge unto you because they have seen the truth. Tadvadarshi. They've seen the truth. So you need a spiritual master. You don't think you can do this on your own. You're not qualified to do this on your own. You're lost in the quagmire of the illusory energy. You need a spiritual master who can guide you how to do this. When you take a spiritual master's instructions of your life and soul, the whole thing turns around. I'm speaking from experience, y'all. I'm speaking from experience. When you take a spiritual master's instructions, the spiritual master shows you how to get out of the forest. Right now you're lost in the forest of illusion, wandering here and there, trying to find the path. The spiritual master knows the path to get out of the forest of illusion. You just follow him and you're liberated. So we usually go to about 7:30. If we have any questions, does anybody have any doubts about this process of Krishna consciousness? Anybody have any doubts about ISKCON, our movement? I'm here to I'm a doubt destroyer. I'm here a doubt destroyer. Yes. You may have to help me. You come here, my hearing is not good. You sit here and you can help me translate. Go ahead.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, first of all, thank you for the wonderful class. I actually liked one of your points where you mentioned not to do mechanical chanting, but to do chanting with love. But I am not able to develop that love. How can I differentiate that when I am chanting mechanically and when I am chanting with love actually?
Yeah, how can you tell the difference? Yeah. When you're chanting with love, you feel the ecstasy. Chanting mechanically, when can I get this chanting over with? That's mechanically. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. When can I get it over with? That's mechanic. But when you're chanting with love, then you're so ecstatic you don't want to stop. But what about us poor neophytes who are chanting mechanically, and we're not really tasting? We're tasting a little bit, but not so much. So how do you actually get out of the mechanical? See, it's like this. It's very simple. It's like a continuum. It's ecstatic chanting and mechanical chanting. Okay. So love would make the difference. Love. So a little bit of love is a little bit of ecstasy. It's like 1%. You get to 1% love, you get 1% ecstasy, 99% mechanical. So you just try to increase the loving feeling, and you can ask for it. Krishna, please bless me. I can chant with loving feeling. There's a nice verse in this connection. Maybe it'll help you. If I can remember the sloka. Krishna bhakti rasata mati kriyatam yanipato lalabhyate tattadanam maimuyam vajanam janmako sikritarina labhyate. Pure devotional service and Krishna consciousness cannot be had even by executing pious activities in hundreds of millions of lives. It can be achieved by only one price, intense greed to attain it is available somewhere and one must purchase it without delay. So you used to be greedy for that loving feeling. When will I get that loving feeling? I want it, I want it, I want it. Desire it, intensely desire that loving feeling. You see. And Krishna will reciprocate with you. You see. According to the intensity of that greed you have, the greed for bhakti rasa. You see. According to Krishna will say, Krishna wants you to get it. He's on your side, Prabhu. He's on your side. He's your best friend. He wants you to get to prema bhakti. So you show Krishna your eagerness. Yes, Krishna, I want prema bhakti. Please help me get it. And you chant in that mood, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare, and begging, please Krishna, please bless me with pure love, Hare Krishna. Chant with that mood, you'll be amazed what happens. You see? Just try it, you'll love it. I guarantee the result. Try it and you'll report back to me what happened to your consciousness. It works. This process, I'm going to be doing this, I'm doing this for 54 years, okay? 54 years, 71, 55 years, yeah. I've done this for 55 years. I'm going to be doing it if it's just a bunch of baloney around here. This stuff works. Because I'm 55 years I'm doing the, how old are you?
25.
So, you weren't even born yet when I started this. I'm like 78 and you're, yes. I've been doing this much longer than you weren't even alive. I've done this for many years, decades before you were even born, because this process works. It does work. This process can change the whole world. And this process can completely transform the entire material world. For there's unlimited numbers of living entities that are caught up in the cycle of birth and death. This chanting is so powerful, it can make the whole universe tremble. That's how powerful it is. So at least you should tremble a little bit. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Okay? Okay, anything else? Let me have it. Okay.
I was wondering, you spoke about Maya, right? And like how we shouldn't really be like distracted by Maya, but I was wondering how do we make sure that we don't get distracted by Maya when it's like enforced on us like all the time? Like, you mentioned like going to college. I'm in college right now, right? And you know,
I need a translation. Not hearing is not hearing.
Okay.
She's asking, how do we not get influenced by Maya when it is always there?
Well, Maya is always there. If you turn, it's like you turn your back to Krishna, you're in Maya. So Maya is always there behind you. If you turn away from Krishna, Maya is always there. If you turn around, turn around 180 degrees, and you just got to turn around. So Krishna is always there, and Maya is always also there. Which way do you want to turn? Maya is always there, and Krishna is always there. It's up to you which way where you want to be. If you're in Maya, just turn around, do 180, turn around, and there he is. Krishna is always with you. You see, he's never away from you. But if you turn your back to him, you're in Maya. You're in Maya when you turn your back to him, when you think, who needs Krishna? I'm God. You understand? I need to have loving, I must revive my loving relation with Krishna, otherwise I'm going to be miserable. You have to be absolutely convinced that I cannot be happy unless I'm Krishna's pure devotee. You have to be absolutely convinced of that, and then you endeavor to bring your mind under control to be fixed in them. See, the mind is like a dancing monkey, you know. Jumping from branch to branch, jumping, jumping, jumping. The mind, you have to bring your mind, okay mind, now come back to Krishna. If you don't control your mind, you'll be in Maya for sure. Okay? If you let your mind run wild, you'll be in Maya, absolutely guaranteed. Your mind will keep you in Maya for all of eternity. If you understand Maya is a bad deal, I need to bring my mind to Krishna. So you have to make that conscious effort. I must bring, what does Krishna say in Gita? Yato yato nishchalati Mamas chansana tatastata nayamyatat atmanyamyavashamyayet. From whatever and wherever the mind wanders, due to its flickering and unsteady nature, we must certainly withdraw it and bring it back under the control of the self. Krishna knows. He knows about your mind. It's a very unsteady, it's not fixed, it's flickering, unsteady mind. So you have to bring it back to Krishna. My dear mind, now you stay fixed. You can even talk to your mind. My dear mind, now you become absolutely paka fixed in Krishna consciousness. Don't you ever go back to the material nature ever again, my dear mind. In fact, Bhakti-Siddhanta Saraswati, he said, it's an allegory. He said, in the morning, beat your mind with shoes 100 times. Before you go to bed, beat your mind with a broomstick 100 times. We're not talking literally, stick yourself on the head with a broomstick. It's an allegory. But you have to be very heavy in the mind. You rascal mind, you've kept me in the cycle of birth for millions and millions. I'm tired of serving you, my dear mind. Now, my dear mind, you become fixed in Krishna consciousness. Bhajahure mana Shrinandanandana Abhaya Charanada Vindure. My dear mind, Govindadas prays. Now you become fixed. Now you become fixed on the lotus feet of the personality that they become like Abhaya. You become fixed in Krishna consciousness. So what do you want? It's up to you. What do you want? Do you want Krishna Bhakti? Do you want a little bit or a lot?
A lot.
Do you want, you're intense in your desire for Krishna Bhakti, or just kind of experimenting a little bit?
Sorry?
Are you intense in your desire for Krishna Bhakti? Or are you kind of just thinking about it a little bit?
I'm trying.
You're intense?
Yeah, I'm trying.
Are you intense in your desire? I gotta have it, I gotta have it, I must have it. Are you intense in your desire?
Yes.
Or not?
Yes. Yes.
You are, okay. Well, here's the secret. A laser beam can burn through steel. So you have to take that desire you have and intensify it. It'll burn through the coverings of this material existence and take you into Krishna's pastimes in the spiritual world. Intensify. Like that intensified laser beam is so intensified that it can burn through steel. So you have to laser focus your consciousness, become so intense, the material nature is just, you burn through it. No matter how many obstacles Maya is putting, you just burn through it all by your intense desire. So that's what you do, become intense. Absolutely, totally, unflinchingly intense in your desire for Krishna Bhakti. And be amazed what happens. Krishna will open up the whole spiritual world to you. Okay?
Thank you.
Anything else? We got 9 whole minutes. Anybody have any doubts? Here we go.
Thanks for the lesson. I was wondering, how do you find a spiritual master or guru, like you said?
How do you find a spiritual master?
That actually, when you're serious in your desire to become Krishna conscious, you don't have to look for a spiritual master. Krishna will send the spiritual master to you when you're serious to surrender to him. Just be serious to become a sold-out servant of Krishna, and Krishna will send the spiritual master to you. You don't have to look for a guru. Krishna will send the guru to you. Now, but you have to show Krishna you're really serious and surrender to his lotus feet, and then he'll send the guru, the spirit, to you. Okay? Anything else? That's what happened to me. I was a young spiritual seeker, and I realized as a Christian, I knew that Jesus was the self-realized soul, and I tried to read the Bible to figure out what made Jesus Christ a fully surrendered soul. And one day I found it. He says, Father, not my will, but thy will be done. And I knew that's it. You got to do what God wants, not what you want. So what does God want me to do? I didn't know, so I started praying to him, Dear God, please guide me how I can become your perfect servant. And then Krishna heard my prayer, and he sent Vishnujan Swami to Austin to teach me how to become a disciple of Prabhupada. You see? So you just have to be absolutely strong in your desire to fully surrender to the will of God, and you'll be amazed what happens. Krishna will, if you actually pray to Krishna, my dear Krishna, I want to fully surrender to you. please tell me what I should do, and then Krishna will send you a spiritual master. You'll recognize, oh, just see how Krishna answered my prayer. But if you're not seeing your Guru, that means you're not serious to surrender yet. You're just kind of toying with the idea. And that's okay. Even in the beginning, toying with the idea is also good. Whatever level you're on, that's cool. We love it. If you're just toying around with the idea of being a devotee, that's also good. We're up on everybody. We're not down on everybody. We're up on everybody. We love all of y'all. Whatever level you're on, we love it. If you're just a curiosity seeker, whatever level you're on, we love you. So, but if you're really serious that now I want to fully surrender to the will of God, then Krishna will, and beg for him to how you can fully surrender, then Krishna will send your spiritual master to you. Okay? Next. Got 5 whole minutes, y'all. Let somebody in the back there, don't be shy. You're all welcome. We have a mic here, we can pass it back to y'all. It's nice you stayed there after the arti. We love y'all for doing that, appreciate it very much. Yeah, but actually, you know how long, the first Bhagavatam class, you know how long it was? An hour is nothing. The first Bhagavatam class was given by Shukadev to Parikshit. What's 7 times 24? 168, isn't it? 168? 168? 7 times 24 is what? 168. 168 hours is the first Bhagavatam class. 1 hour is nothing. We can have a class here for 168 hours. That's how powerful this knowledge is. 168 hours class. That's how deep it is. There's unlimited depth here. We're just skimming the surface a little bit tonight. We're trying to give you all an appetizer to attract you to take the full meal. Yes.
Arjuna is Krishna's friend. Why is he asking for forgiveness?
Arjuna is Krishna's friend. Why is he asking for forgiveness?
This is actually a pastime to teach us. Arjuna is a perfect pure devotee, and also in the beginning, he was bewildered. He cannot be bewildered, he's a pure devotee, but he's playing the role of someone who's bewildered, so Krishna can teach him how to get out of his bewilderment. So all of this is simply a pastime to teach us what our attitude should be. Isn't it? Yeah. Arjuna is fully liberated soul, but he's playing as if he's a conditioned soul, because we are conditioned souls. He's showing how we should feel about our position and how we can get out of our position and become a liberated soul. Yes?
In the case of Krishna and Arjuna, they're eternally friends. Is it ever possible for a disciple such as yourself to be a friend of your spiritual master?
Can a disciple be a friend of the spiritual? Actually, Prabhupada there was all kinds of relationships with Prabhupada. He would deal in a very friendly way, and then he would chastise very heavily also. He would do both things, very friendly and casual, and then boom. It's like he was traveling with some devotees, and there was a big feast, and they overate, and they were all sound asleep. He rang the bell for the servant, and they didn't even hear it. And boy, when Shuddha Kirti finally got up, wow, did they get y'all. It was like, Prabhupada was like inundated with lightning bolts. It was so heavy. And then Prabhupada sent him to call the other devotee, and he got the same thing. So yes, you can be the spiritual master can be very friendly, you can also be very heavy also. You should take both of them as mercy. Both of them as mercy. I mean, I know my relation was by letters actually. But Prabhupada was reading in a very friendly, warm, affectionate way. Just like one day, one time I asked him some questions, and he answered my questions, and he put a P.S. at the end of the letter, like a father and his son. P.S. We're going to Nairobi on Friday now. And that was not much part of the official duty of a spiritual master, like, you're my son and here's my intimate family dealings. But then he would correct me also. I had some aspiration to be a big preacher, and he said, whether you can be like that. He challenged me. So the spiritual master can be very friendly and very warm and affectionate, like a father and a son. Or he can also point out, you're not, can you actually do this? Can you actually do this? He's challenging, can you actually do this? So my experience with both sides, affectionate father and challenge me whether you can really pull this off, being the preacher you want to be or not. Maybe you can't really do it. Maybe you can. Let's see if you can really do it. Prabhupada also dealt with me in that way too. So the spiritual master has both sides. He can be the most sweet, intimate friend, the most heavy chastiser also, challenger.
How can someone, I've been in touch with you for 22 years now, and it's been completely life-changing. If someone wanted to ask you a question and they're not at ISKCON Toronto right now, how can they do that? How can they reach you?
How can somebody ask you a question if they're not here right now?
They can go. They can. One thing is we have the e-course. People can join also. They have my address here. I have my card here with my email address, sd@worldleader.com. The thing is, people don't remember these things. What we're doing in Rasa is very successful. If somebody gets their smartphone out with the joint course in it, somebody wants to, and we had about 8 people sign up from one lecture. And 8 people signed up from one lecture. And we have 2 people do it. Anybody wants to get, if you're a little shy to ask questions, but you like to talk privately, you can get on my e-course, and you just come to them and give your name, put your name and email address in there, and you get something every day from me, and you can ask me private questions that only you and me know about, for example. If anybody who wants to get on the e-course, step to Mahabhagavan here, my disciple here, and they'll get you on the free e-course. It's a very popular thing. Many people take advantage of it, and people love the course. It's free, and it helps to become enlightened in Krishna consciousness. So that's it. Our time is up. Anybody who wants to go on the e-course, you can approach to these disciples of mine, and they'll get you on the e-course.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. There is, of course, prasadam, which will be served in takeout containers, so you can take it with you, because we cannot eat in the temple room when the altar doors are open, and we don't want to end up having to clean up. There's nobody to clean up the temple room afterwards, after we eat. So therefore, it will be in takeout containers. But if you liked what you heard, tomorrow's class will be given either by Gurudev, Sankarashan Prabhu, or Guru Mata, Vishnupriya Mataji. Tomorrow, same time, same location, right here in the temple room. So it's not the Tuesday Sanga tomorrow. We'll call it a Wednesday Sanga, but it will be right after the 6 o'clock Aarti. So you're all welcome. You can tell your friends. You can spread the word, because we're going to be here tomorrow. And then there are going to be 2 Bhagavatam classes, also at ISKCON Toronto. One on Thursday morning at 7:30 a.m. and one on Friday morning at 7:30 a.m. And again, the classes can be shared between they pick who is going to speak at any given time between themselves. So those are 2 things. And then if you have ever come to our legendary Sunday Feast program, all over the world, ISKCON Sunday Feast. So we have a similar program here in Toronto. So on Sunday evening, 6:30 p.m., again, there will be another class, and that will be the last public lecture of this series. So you have, how many opportunities do you have? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. So you have 4 more opportunities to meet Sankarashan Prabhu and Vishnupriya Mataji, Gurudev and Guru Mata right here in the temple room. Okay? So thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So thank you once again, Krishna Gurudev and Guru Mataji, for coming and blessing us at ISKCON Toronto. For those of you who are not part of our WhatsApp group, feel free to join the WhatsApp group using the QR code that's at the reception and the notice board. There's also a group for the Tuesday Sangas, for those who are wanting to come in every Tuesday and want to know about the program and the announcements corresponding to it, can join the WhatsApp group for Tuesday Sangha. The entire schedule, what Mahabhagavat Prabhu was giving out with the full lecture classes, if you've not been able to remember that, has been shared on these 2 WhatsApp group also with the full list of all lecture schedules in GTA. So we welcome you all for continuously joining us for the Tuesday Sangas, and also for all the other programs that His Grace would be giving in the GTA region. Thank you very much for coming. Hare Krishna.